Hey cuties! So today I'm going to be doing a video or a vlog about weight, fat, obese, skinny, just weight in general. So let's just get into it here. I really wanted to address this because I think that people throw around the term fat way too much, especially over the internet and YouTube. I feel like if somebody was a certain normal weight and then they gain 5 pounds, then they're deemed fat on the internet. They're not actually fat. It's just people really throw around the term so much because they feel like that's what would hurt people. And honestly, I don't know why people do that. For instance, I'll give you guys my example. Maybe like 4 months ago-ish, I started to have really bad eating habits. And I basically had a Starbucks addiction, and I know that sounds like, oh, LOL and funny, but I just didn't think how much calories were in Starbucks. Whole milk, whipped cream, chocolate sauce, calories. I know you can get no whip and skim milk and stuff, but I didn't know that at the time. So I was just ingesting so many calories, and I got it sometimes twice a day, Starbucks, and I gained weight from it. I wasn't fat. I wasn't anything like that. I was still a normal weight. I just gained about 10 pounds, so I looked bigger than I was. But if people see that you looked bigger than you were, you're fat. That's just what it is. You're fat. And it makes no sense to me because I wasn't fat. I was bigger, yes, but not fat. And I'm not just ranting or saying the haters right now about me. It's just fat in general. People who are thick or who are bigger get called fat. And my opinion is, who cares if somebody is bigger or obese? Unless, and there's a big unless, unless it's hurting them. Then people should care and step in and say, you know, get help for this person. If it's affecting their health, then it's a problem. But if they're, you know, a normal weight and they have, you know, bigger arms or a bigger stomach or a bigger face or higher fat content than this person here, and they're not fat, who cares? They enjoy their body. If you love your body and you love yourself, you love your curves, your rolls, or whatever you have, then who cares what people think of you? And why call somebody fat when they aren't? And if they are fat, why even call them fat? Because that's completely disrespectful, and you don't know what people are feeling in themselves. You want to do unto others what you want done to you. You want to be happy and give that happiness. You just don't want to be like, oh, look at me, I'm this, and then, oh, you're fat. Like, who does that? I don't understand that. I don't call people fat. I don't especially go on the internet and call people fat, especially somebody who isn't fat. And I'm not just ranting about me at all. This is for kind of everyone, because there are some people who are like 90 pounds and get called fat. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. And if you're somebody who has done that or does do that, you should really think within yourself if that's a good thing to do or if that's a good look for you. Because I don't care if somebody's fat or this or that or how they look. Looks are so important in today's society. And for me, it's how somebody is inside. Who cares if somebody's teeth are crooked or they're big or they're this? It matters of how they are inside. If I see a supermodel, stick skinny, perfectly figured girl, and she's gorgeous, and then she like bumps into me and says bitch, and she's rude, and that's just how she is, I'm not gonna think that person's pretty at all, because I see pretty as within. I see it both ways, but I mainly see the prettiness inside first. That's just how I am. I have a really good judge of character. I see people for who they are. But some people would be like, oh my god, she's gorgeous, I want to live up to that. But the same spectrum, let's just say it was a fat or a big girl. I don't really like the word fat, but I'm just doing it for the sake of this video because that is the rant or the vlog of the day that you guys wanted me to talk about, is weight issues. If that same girl was walking in the mall and she was fat or bigger and she had a really nice personality and was going around people, I don't think that many people would be like, oh, I want to be like her. And I would. I strive to be a good person and to be happy inside with myself, and who cares what I look like? Especially, I'm gonna say who cares, because I'm having my boobs out today and people are probably talking shit already, and I have my hair all crazy up in this mess, and I really don't care what people think of me looks, because I am a good person and I'm a nice person, and that's all we should really be caring about. But, and there's a big but, no pun intended, LOL. There's a big but, and that is if it's affecting their health, like I said earlier. If it's affecting somebody's health, then we should obviously be stepping in and trying to work through that person and helping them. You don't just want to be like, lose weight, you're fat. Like, what? Some people also have medical conditions that make them bigger or more obese. Or if they have surgery, like one of my good friends in high school had surgery, and she literally was bedridden for almost a year, and she just had to go to school and then back. And she was like 80 pounds, a healthy 80 pounds because she's really small. And then she was close to 200 after. So she gained about 130, 120 pounds altogether in that time crunch because she was bedridden. So you don't know somebody's situation. Right off the bat, people say fat, you're fat. Even if they're not, even if they are. People just see fat and call the person fat. I don't get it. I think it's really sad how people throw around that word so much, and I just want to tell you guys to respect each other, and if somebody is bigger, before calling them fat, take a minute inside your head and think this person may be going through a surgery, they may have a medical issue, they may have a serious insecurity within themselves that they are trying to hold it back, and they're scared to go to work out. I was scared to go work out the first time, you know, at the gym. Oh my God, people are gonna look at me. I'm not like skinny mini, blah, blah, blah. They may be hurting in their heart, and people need to really be respectful to others. And just if somebody is fat or bigger like me, I was like 90-ish pounds a couple months ago, and then I started eating really unhealthy and Starbucksing and all that, and I gained about 10 pounds, so I think my heaviest weight was like 110, something like that, and that's not fat, right? I mean, 110 isn't fat, 120 isn't fat, 130 isn't fat, like, oh my goodness. I know it has to do a lot with height. Like for me, I'm 4'9", so if I gain 10 pounds, it's gonna show. And I'm not fat, but it's showing, like it shows. The number one places where it shows on me is my face, which sucks, and my stomach. Those are the top two places where I start showing fat, is my stomach and my face. I would like it to be maybe in my butt and my boobs, but that doesn't happen. Actually, I don't need any more fat in my boobs, but on my butt, I would love it to do that. Or in my toes, or somewhere other than my belly. But that's just the case that I'm trying to point out here, is height does play a big role in it, and I'm so small that if I gain 10 pounds, it's gonna really show, rather than somebody who's like 6 feet, or like Stacy, I think she's 5'8" or something like that, I could be wrong. If she gained 10 pounds, you wouldn't really notice because she's just so tall, she has more places to put it, you know what I mean? So I am happy that I have worked off the extra calories that I consumed from Starbucks, and now I only have Starbucks every once in a while. But it's not the case. It's not the case even if I still was that weight. Like so far I think I've lost 8 pounds, and even though that doesn't seem like a lot, it shows it a lot. Like if I was to lose 20, it would show severely. Like my mom had cancer and she lost a dramatic amount of weight, and it was shocking. I always want to address the other side as well. Like if somebody's bigger and they're having health problems and they're insecure about themselves, you shouldn't put them down. It's the same with a skinny person. And some people just don't really think of that situation. It's like, oh, it's that fat person, fat. You're skinny, you're lucky. You're lucky, you're so skinny, eat a sandwich. And like my best friend Stacy, again, she is really skinny, and people throw around that she's anorexic and eat a sandwich. Oh my God, your bones are sticking out. And she can't help that. Her metabolism is so high, and she eats more than me. And she eats all types of food. She'll have a burger, she'll have a salad, she'll eat fruit, she'll have anything. Like she has a very good, well-balanced diet. It's just her metabolism and her body is really fast. And on other people, it could be slowed down. So by calling somebody a name and making them feel hurtful about themselves, if it's like something they can't even control, then that's a dick move on your part, and I feel sorry for you because it's really hard. Like I was 110, and I know that doesn't seem like a lot, like at all, because that's an average weight, as being 110 pounds, and I was getting called fat multiple times a day on my videos, my vlog channel, and you're so fat now, you're so obese now. Obese is what I was being called. And the thing that I really don't like is if somebody's calling you fat and obese and you can see their picture and they are way bigger than you are, it's like, what are you doing? Like, I'm not gonna turn around and call her fat or look at yourself or something like that. I would never do that. But I just see that and go, what the heck? Like, I look at myself in the mirror every day. I am not a stick skinny girl. I do have curves. I have boobs. I don't have a bum. I have a stomach. Like, I'm not stick skinny. There are things of me that are skinny, like my fingers. But it's just the fact that everybody's different, and everybody's body is different as well, and proportioned differently, and metabolisms are different. Ugh, it's just so sad how people throw around that word so much. And when I was my biggest weight, it did hurt. Like, I was like, am I really fat? And that's another thing that really hurt my soul, I guess. And when I was very unhappy for those few months or few weeks when making videos. You guys noticed, like, why aren't you smiling anymore? Because it wasn't because of the hater comments at all, or people calling me fat. It was the fact that I'm getting called fat, and I look at myself, and yeah, I've gained a little bit of weight, not much, but am I fat now? And then I'm thinking, do I need to lose this weight? Like, why are people calling me fat when I'm not? And it wasn't just the one person, it was a lot of people. Like, yeah, she's gained a lot of weight, she's gained a lot of weight. And I'm like, no, I haven't. Like 10 pounds isn't a lot of weight. And I worked off, well, I worked 8 pounds off. So I've gained, what, 2 pounds since like a few months ago. So it's just sad how people see a little bit of weight change and then you're all of a sudden fat. Celebrities especially, like, people get called fat, like Kelly Clarkson, you're fat. It's like, no, she just had a baby. Like, what is wrong with people? I see it as society is, you're either fat or you're skinny. Like, I am so happy that there are thick girls and people who embrace thickness and being thick and being happy with your body, because it is hard to watch beauty gurus every day. I bet, like, I'm just talking to the people who have weight issues. I bet it is hard to see all these beauty gurus and trying on all these clothes and, oh, you're so skinny, I wish I was that skinny. That's why I'm thankful for people like Trish or Shanna Malcolm or people like that who say, or me, who say to love your body and to embrace your body. And as long as you're being healthy about it and making healthy choices and being yourself, to me, a healthy mind is much better than a healthy body. And that may cause some stir or problems, but I really think it's just so much better to feel happy and love your body and say, you know what, I have a bigger stomach, I don't care. As long as I can go outside and feel fresh and not feel sick. Like when I was the bigger weight, I was sick in the morning, or not sick, like I would just feel like bleh. And then now when I work out or juice in the morning or eat or vegetables or bran cereal in the morning, I feel better about myself. Not about myself, because I was confident before, but like physically, like how I feel inside, like my body, how it feels. I was better. So I think that was the rant for today and the vlog. I want to thank you guys for watching, and just be kind to one another, because you really don't know what people are going through in their daily lives, what their situation is. They could have just had a death in the family. They could be struggling with a boyfriend cheating on them. They could be struggling with almost anything. Somebody's drinking, somebody's partying too much, so they take to food or sitting on the couch for long periods of time. Or they could have surgery, or their body, or their metabolism, or their thyroid. There's so many things that could be into play with weight. And I just want you guys to be nice to one another. Try to not think of weight when you're watching a YouTube video. Like if somebody's showing lipstick, what does it matter if they're fat or skinny? Like if they're too skinny, that also hurts, because I have a best friend, like I keep saying, who gets called too skinny and that hurts her. Like she's, you know, she can't do anything about it. And it's similar, because some people would see that as, oh, I want to be that, you're so lucky you have this. But what's the difference? If somebody's too fat or too skinny, they're gonna be feeling somewhat the same. Like, I can't do anything about my weight, and I'm trying, and it's hard for me because I'm going through stressful times. Be nice to one another. Think twice before you start calling somebody fat or obese. And that was the vlog or rant for today. Thank you guys for watching. I know you guys love me just ranting about random topics. I always want to know your guys' opinions, so leave them down below, or you can tweet me so I'll see it faster. And I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys. This one, I love this. This is a Juicy Couture case that I got at Winners as well. If you go to Winners, you